happy October and happy fall season to all of you, my beautiful friends. On today's video, I will be sharing all the things that I have been loving during the month of September, some updates on beauty products that I have been testing, trying, just to give you a little bit of rundown, because we all know we have seen so many new releases these past weeks, and we are just gonna see a lot more as we trickle into the holiday season, which basically it started in mid-September. But let's go ahead and dive in immediately in no particular order. There are a couple foundations that I'm just head over heels. One of them, it is a serum-like foundation with a solid medium coverage, even buildable coverage, although I will say not to build it, and it does last so much. I have mentioned it in previous videos that I have applied this foundation as early as 6 o'clock in the morning and not coming back home until almost 1 o'clock at night, and this foundation is put on like if it's untouched, completely untouched on a full work day. It is the new Natasha Denona High Glam Foundation. This foundation, my goodness me, works like magic. I wear the shade, oh my gosh, okay, R5. I will be leaving all the products on the description box below. Links will be there and shades too. But this foundation, it is insane. I like to apply a little amount because, like I said, it does have a medium coverage. Those who have seen me with no makeup on, you know that I have a ton of freckles, fine lines, you know, sunspots here and there. And this foundation just doesn't cover everything because it's not full coverage, but it does camouflage them in such an elegant way. It's not heavy, it's super long lasting. I don't know what magic Natasha Denona did on this foundation, but honestly, it's top, and there is such an amazing shade range too for this foundation. I'm just very happy, so much so that I feel like, should I try again the concealer? I have tried, friends, like at least on camera for like 4 or 5 times, but it 4 or 5 times, and the concealer doesn't work for me, but the foundation, magical. Chef's kiss. I'm pretty sure this foundation alongside with the next foundation, they are going to be on my best of beauty of 2025. I can tell you that for sure. Victoria Beckham Beauty by Agustinus Bader. So this skin tint, more than a skin tint, I completely feel that this is what is supposed to be a skincare. Now, we all know Agustinus Bader skincare, it is very high on price, and same thing with this skin tint. But the way that it makes my skin look is so magical. I don't want to say like no other, because honestly there are so many skin tints in the market that are as luxurious and beautiful as these. One of them, the one from Lisa Eldridge, another one Surah Beauty, another one Hourglass, the Veil too. They have this magical finish, but this one is just so extremely lightweight with such a beautiful light to medium coverage, and I feel my skin breathes and is hydrated. It is also long lasting. It doesn't gather on the fine lines. I didn't mention this one also doesn't gather on the fine lines or doesn't settle on the large pores, which is something that I appreciate so much. I want my skin to look as flawless as possible. Obviously, you know, counting my age and all of that. And this does a spectacular job. One thing, shake it really well before you use it. And on this skin tint, you're definitely paying for the skincare. And that's how I see it with all the products that are base products from Victoria Beckham Beauty, because all of them, they are in partnership with Agustinus Bader. So there's a skincare science back up to it. Now, will that be the fountain of youth? Would it change your skin? I think it will support your skin as you wear it as often. If it's this is your only skincare, your primary one, and then you have perhaps a foundation that is more for, you know, like date nights, stuff like that, then I think that yes, it will give you support to your skincare. Is it a must? I don't think so, or it's up to you, but I can tell you that I'm so happy with my purchase, and the shade match too is chef's kiss. perfect for my skin tone. Quick update here with the Gucci Glow Skin Tint. Now, this didn't wow me, but it's a really good skin tint no matter what. So if you like skin tints in general and you want something that it doesn't feel like streaky, you know how some skin tints, they may look streaky, they don't go like super smooth, they can look a little bit patchy and whatnot. This doesn't. This does have a really nice light coverage, buildable, but I will suggest not to build it. It has a thicker kind of whip consistency. It looks really good. It is long lasting, not as long lasting as say Victoria Beckham Beauty, and not obviously as long lasting as the one from Natasha Denona, but no matter what, it does have a good longevity. The skin looks very beautiful. It does have less coverage than the one from Victoria Beckham Beauty, but I just wanted to give you an update because I had been testing it on and off, and I think yes, it's good. If you want to test it, I don't think you will be disappointed. It is a good skin tint, and I think that is way better than their foundation. I like their foundation, but this one is more predictable. Hopefully it makes sense. I will continue with makeup, but I need to talk about my jewelry pieces. Not a sponsor, absolutely not, but this ring from Monica Vinader, I have been eyeing this ring for so I'm like for years. I'm telling you, like 3 years perhaps. Finally I placed an order, and here you got me with this gorgeous ring. And I just realized that this ring also comes in the tiger's eye, which I'm so tempted to get it because we all know that this fall season we're going to see, well, we're already seeing a lot of chocolate brown colors. And I think some tiger's eye jewelry will be just incredible to go with, you know, with the looks and all of that. I wear a lot of black as well, white and other colors, but black is kind of the color that I kind of tend to wear the very most. So oh my gosh, I'm just so I don't want to say obsessed, but just so happy I got it. And so happy I got this bracelet too. This is from a collaboration with Kate Young, and it is just stunning. We all know that bold jewelry is coming in strong, and I think this bracelet is just such a statement piece. I have to see if they have the necklace or some sort of like choker that goes with it, because I think it could be a lot of fun. Another new jewelry piece that I got is this gorgeous tiny solo diamond necklace. Oh my gosh, I am completely in love. I'm so happy I got it. It is exactly 1 carat and it just sparkles so well. I love how it layers with my Van Cleef Gioche necklace. It just layers so nicely, and it just brings a touch of a spark, just a touch. And oh, by the way, for those who are wondering, perhaps if you have this necklace from Van Cleef, I added a link so that way I can even layer it, you know, in such a good way. Mostly when I'm wearing something like this that is a V-neck. Oh my gosh. But yeah, this solo diamond piece is incredible. And I think the price, friends, it is a really good price. If we go to Tiffany, I don't even think they have 1 carat right now, Tiffany. They only offer, I think, half carat, and it's out of the rooftop. This one I got it from Ideal, and I do have a discount code with Ideal, as I do have so many discount codes with so many different brands. I mean, like a ton of brands. A ton of brands that I will be leaving those codes also in the description box and on a pinned comment. So while you're subscribing to the channel and leaving your comment, check the pinned comment and make sure you give a like to the video. Talking about like, one of my favorite things this, September, and just in general. My gosh, we have new subscribers, friends. We hit 59,000 subscribers and going. I'm sure we're good. I'm so positive we're gonna make it to 60,000 by the end of the year, and I wish it could be 100,000. I'm sure we can make it. It just makes me so excited. If you're new here to my channel, welcome to the family. I'm so happy that you're here and so grateful about it. I have been creating content for the past 6 years here on YouTube. Like I said, I'm also on Instagram and TikTok and all of that. And it has been such an amazing and rewarding job to do. But more than a job, is building a community of people that we are like. I just feel like I'm chatting here on a camera with nobody in front of me. But right now I know you're watching, and I know there's a community behind, that we are understanding to each other, respectful with each other, that we can share opinions in a very kind, warm way, and that we can be friends. I have seen so many of you commenting in other videos and sharing just thoughts and ideas, and that just makes me beyond happy. I think just building such a beautiful community of friends is just priceless. So thank you so much. And another, and this is not a jewelry piece, it's a watch, but I have to say it that yes, I have been loving it, and it has a stop. I need to rewind it. It is my new Rolex watch. Oh my gosh, it is my baby. It is my baby. I love it. Now you're gonna ask me, Jacqueline, which one you like more, your Cartier or this one? I think they just serve two different purposes. I love this one so much. It is my dream watch. But this one is kind of like your everyday, like wearing jeans, running errands, and you don't want people to be like paying attention to, a all gold watch. Yeah, this one obviously does have the gold, in the middle on the dial, and it has the diamonds, but the diamonds are inside, they are not outside. So it could be attention grabbing if you're really looking at it, but at the same time, it passes just kind of like any watch, and it's just so beautiful. It's so good. It goes so well with so many things, and it's just a more, I don't want to say like super casual watch, but it's such a good watch. I love it, and I'm just in that point of like, okay, I think I want to dive into more watches. Let me know which type of watches you're eyeing. I really want, okay, when I was at Rolex, my client advisor, she offered me pretty much the same watch as this, although it was a little bit different, but with the dial in brown, which I know it would have been amazing because I know a lot of people are dying for the brown one. I also love the brown one too, but I thought, I don't need it. I don't need it right now. I don't need it, but it's gorgeous. And I'm pretty sure it was rose gold in the middle. Honestly, I don't remember. I remember seeing the dial. It was gorgeous, beautiful. But yeah, I decided to instead just take this one because I know I can use it more often than the one with the brown dial. Although the one with the brown dial is amazing. So let me know if you have a favorite watch. A bag that has been on my rotation, this beauty. Oh my gosh, I'm so in love. This is a bag from the brand Fabrique, and not only is made out of gorgeous leather suede, but the design is incredible. You know what I like about it too? It does have such a kind of like a strong magnet, but yet a gentle magnet. So sometimes I'm just putting my stuff, and as soon as I put the bag on my shoulder, do you hear that? It's closed. So I don't have to worry about things falling out. Although it doesn't have a zipper closure, but it's lightweight, extremely comfortable, and it just, I'm just so in love. I love the design and the designer who created this bag with Fabrique, because if you don't know, Fabrique is a collective of designers that have worked or are working at like big houses, talking about Prada, Hermes. That designer that created this bag, she designed one of the Bottega bags. Yes. So you can tell the quality, I mean, leather, the pocket, the interior, how you can adjust it to make it long or short. It's just insane. And, if you're up for a suede bag, I will highly recommend it. The palette that I'm using right now, it is this beauty by Charlotte Tilbury. Perhaps when you're watching this video, you may have seen, I'm pretty sure I uploaded a TikTok, an Instagram, and perhaps even a shorts video here on YouTube. But it is this baby. Is a Hollywood Instant Looking a palette by Charlotte Tilbury. It will give you like this look. I think is just so feminine, so glamorous, but yet not too much. This can be your everyday palette. How much I love this palette. Oh my gosh. Do you remember when Charlotte Tilbury used to bring so many of these palettes? Then she make a pause, and I'm so happy she brought them back. And I'm so happy that the face for this campaign is none other than Celine Dion. I think it's just so beautiful. Such a beautiful moment. Now, this palette, I think it has everything. It has a good ratio of eyeshadows. These shades, you can also use it as part of the eyeshadows. You have your setting powder. I mean, this is your perfect travel kind of palette. Also, you have a highlighter that is more of a luminizer. It's very soft and so ethereal. So good. I really love this palette, and I love the packaging. Oh my gosh, this as a gift. Let me tell you, this is something that, yes, I will be so proud to give it to somebody. Like, because it's just such a good quality, beautiful performance is there. And I think, anybody that likes to put makeup on, and perhaps those people that they don't like to put too much makeup, This is perfect. And it comes also in a deeper version too. I think this one is called Pretty Glowing Beauty. So good and so beautiful. Let me know if you have tested it, because I'm so happy with my purchase. As happy as I am with the Hourglass face palettes. Oh my, I have to tell you. And I think these will always show up in every single like holiday season favorites and fall favorites, because nowadays they release them in late August or early September, something like that. But I think Hourglass is just doing a wonderful job. If I can tell you which one I like the very most, the packaging that I like the most is the horse. It's just so me. Now this is perfect for my skin tone too, the color story. This palette, the inside part in a specific is exclusive to Sephora, but you can choose the horse palette and mix it with any of the other ones, customize them at the Hourglass website, which I do have. I think it's a 15% or 10% discount code with them, which I say, save money. I really appreciate when you use my links to do your shopping. It means so much to me and I'm so grateful about it. But besides the point, if you can save money, even if you don't use my link and you just use the code, well, good for you, because save some money. Nowadays, we all need that, to save a little bit of that cash. Now, the Swan palette, I also like it very much. Although I have to say, this bronzer is gorgeous, but it gives me more of a chisel look. So I know every time that I dive into this palette, I'm going to get something a little bit more like, chiseled and precise. That is the same reason why I want to have a talk with Hourglass. Hourglass, listen, you need to do this magnetic, okay? You're not going to lose any money, but you're gonna just appease your clients, so we can just mix and match and make these, like our customizable palette. I know they brought a customizable palettes a couple months ago, but it was for a short period of time. I don't know if they will do that again. Hopefully they do. I like the idea that they had in New York, I think it was, and I don't remember if it was Harrods or Selfridges, that the palettes were all gold and then you were able to add the charms of your choice. I think that was so much fun too. And then the palette that give me this kind of ethereal look, like the one that I'm having today with Charlotte Tilbury, is the I was gonna say Swan Deer palette. This is just so good too. I love this palette. This is kind of like my everyday palette, aside now that Charlotte Tilbury. These are my two daily palettes, because I don't feel like I have too much makeup, and that is important to me in a daily basis, because I just don't want to be like perfecting myself. I want something that gives me a quick look, fun without fast. And then this palette too has been in my rotation, the Fox palette. It works on my skin tone if I go light-handed, and then the finishing powder, I use it as a bronzer. But yeah, I mean, honestly, this year you have so many palettes to choose from, either for yourself or for giving it to someone. I think it will be amazing, incredible. A few other makeup products that I have been loving: this beautiful YSL face palette, which is a blush palette and highlighter palette. I don't think this is necessary for everybody, but if you have been wanting to try the blushes from YSL, this is a really good way to do it for like a less cost price, because you also get the highlighters. I think though, this highlighter and blush palette, it will be incredible, like an incredible gift. I mean, for anybody. Obviously it's YSL and look at the cover, oh my gosh, it's so amazing. But for a makeup artist, because you have such a great variety, something for lighter skin tone, medium skin tone, and deep skin tone. This makes sense. Or if you are at a household that there's a variety of beautiful skin shades, this could work too so much. I just think it's a gorgeous palette. And not that you cannot use it if you have, say, light complexion, that you cannot use. Obviously, you just have to go light-handed. And for this one, I will suggest, if perhaps you have already watched or you will be watching a video where I'm testing this product, you can put it as a bronzer topper, or just, like add it a little bit underneath your bronzer. I think it just gives a nice luminosity. So there are ways to use it without necessarily being, like used as a highlighter. You can also use it on your eyes. I think that will be such a wise way to use, a palette of this kind. But I think they did an outstanding job, and I cannot wait for them to release the eyeshadow palette for this holiday collection. It's like Excuse me, YSL, why you didn't release the whole thing together? Why? The YSL lipsticks and lip oils from this holiday collection are also among my favorites. They are so good. You have to see my trying of new makeup releases because these are amazing. Talking about makeup artists, I want to touch base the new Natasha Denona, what is it called? The Eye Sculpt Texture Stone Palettes. I think for those who are makeup artists, these palettes are incredible. I mean, regardless, they are really good palettes. If anything, my only caveat about these palettes is that one, the lighter version doesn't have as many foil shades. It only has two metallic-y, satiny shades, and I go like this because honestly, I was hoping that Natasha will give us foil, true foil shades. And I know that's not for everybody. And I understand the reasons why. Exactly because not everybody likes foil shades. And Natasha Denona is trying to give us a base kind of palette, right? For lighter skin tones. But I was hoping for foil shades. Regardless, if anything, this palette, I feel like it needs a couple more like, shades that are a little bit more satin or of this formulation because you see like this palette contains all those like sparkling shades. Does it make sense? So yeah, I mean, in general, both of them are great palettes. I will say they have been on my rotation and they simplify my life. Now, one formula that I know many of you are going to be like, why you're talking about this brand? Because it is a great formula. And I know it's very expensive. And I'm not telling you that it's worth the price. That is something that I always say that is up to you. Nobody can tell you. No content creator should be like, is it worth it? Not worth it. If it's trash, obviously it's not worth it. But, I just leave it a lot to you, to the understanding of your budget and whatnot. But the Louis Vuitton eyeshadow palettes, the eyeshadows, I'm not talking about the component. The component is just a marvelous piece. It is a piece that this is collectors. This is a collectors, whether Louis Vuitton or luxury or just, like you are a makeup collector, you will get it, okay? Aside the point, I want to tell you that the formula, and many of you have agreed with me on this and have sent me even messages saying, what a formula is long lasting. I mean, you can be sweating, going to the gym, going out for the day, and these eyeshadows, they don't budge. When you apply them, there's zero fallout. They are thin in consistency, yet, like I said, extremely long wearing. They are like a veil. And don't get me confused. Sometimes I hear people saying, oh, if it doesn't have, like pigmentation, it's not worth it. But I think they are confusing amount of pigment with being uniform. What you want with makeup eyeshadows is for them to be uniform, to glide on your lids, to be airbrush. That's what you're looking for. And as you age, because younger people, and I'm not saying that, like you cannot find a least expensive product that it is as lightweight as this. There are out there of different price points. But what I'm saying is like when you get to a certain age, you're looking for something that is very lightweight, that doesn't emphasize texture. If you have like hooded eyes like mine, when you have a thick kind of formula as an eyeshadow, it just gathers on those fine lines, whether you're aging or whether it's just your anatomy and the way that your eyes are shaped. So there are so many things that have been taken in consideration to create this formula. Honestly, a spectacular. A great formula, and I know many of you have gone ahead and bought the refills because the formula is just so elegant. And when I talk about elegance, I'm not talking about the packaging. I'm talking about how they apply, how they stay on your eyelids, how they blend, how they look with elegance. It's sorry, but not sorry. It's really, really good. Now, one eyeshadow palette that I also love is this one from Dolce & Gabbana. And Dolce & Gabbana makes really good makeup. It's just that, it's a brand that not many people talk about. But this palette is honestly stunning. No fallout. The consistency of the eyeshadows are a little bit heavier than the ones from Louis Vuitton. But No, again, no fallout, and they do have more impact. Like for example, this shade is, more impactful, more of that glimmer, something that you don't see in Louis Vuitton. I know a lot of people were upset about the Louis Vuitton ones because they are not Pat McGrath, but then again, like I explained on my review, Pat McGrath didn't come to Louis Vuitton to do Pat McGrath stuff. No, she's not copying. It's another identity. She came with her expertise to make a product that is appealing to Louis Vuitton's clients. Just like, every single brand, they do have their identity and they do have a client that they will go specifically for certain brand for one specific or more products that are appealing to them. Let's talk about these amazing setting powder. You know that I don't like to put setting powders underneath my eyes or my under eye area because they just squeeze and whatnot. But Laura Mercier reformulated her setting powder for under the eye area, which I didn't like it. Many years ago, I tried it so many times and I had to return it, unfortunately. But now this formula is exquisite. I like to use the peach one as well as the pink one because it brightens out my under eye area, but the peach one adds not really a tint, not even a cast, but it helps out with canceling out my dark under eye circles. So good, friends. If you haven't, please do yourself a favor. You are gonna love it. And to me, I think I mentioned it before, this rivals the one from Givenchy, the loosening powder that was discontinued and re-released as another kind of finish. The OG, try it. Try it and you tell me. Another little love is this baby by Victoria Beckham Beauty. It is a blush that is a tint, but it's very different, the type of formulation. It has a little bit of, I don't want to say a little bit of thickness, a little bit of consistency. And this pipette is very interesting because you cannot like really suck in the product as much as I thought, but rather the tip, the bottom part, this stainless steel kind of ball, it releases the product in such a way that the whole component is thoughtfully done so that way you do not overdo on this stain, and it's long lasting too. Excellent products, so much so that I need to get the other two shades. I need to try them because it is that good. A lipstick formula that I'm just like, is this one by Tom Ford. Oh my gosh, it is insane. The way that it goes, when you touch your lips, it kind of melts down to feel like a liquid. It dries down almost like a matte finish, but natural, and is so long lasting. Now, I will say, if anything, this needs to get more attention because this is something unique. This is something very unique as it is the formula from the new Chantecaille lipsticks. These ones, they are completely recyclable too. Love the packaging, but I don't know what they do, Chantecaille, with formulations, but they just know how to formulate lipsticks. Look at that. It just glides on. This has more of almost a satin finish. This is chrysanthemums, and this one is F1. I don't want to say that word because it's just, you see, this has more, and it glides. It's just like so amazing. They're just different undertones, but if you want something very special, these lipsticks are top notch. Let's talk about Chanel, shall we? Really quick, this palette. Chef's kiss. No fallout, light wave, the pigmentation, the payoff, and you have here greens, blues. You have this gorgeous purpley tone, amazing. Such as a good palette as this one. This one I was surprised. I thought I was not gonna like it, but it's so ethereal, so frozen-like. I will not suggest a blush. It is okay, but it's not worth it. To me, where is it at is on this palette for sure. Space Traveler and this little baby from the holiday collection. If you like these shades though, if you're gonna use them, I think it complements really well this big palette. Yeah, I like them both. Let's talk about Mary Phillips and this underpainting palette. I think she did a spectacular job. I think it is such an amazing palette for those that they don't like to use too much makeup. I think she did such a wonderful job. The thing that I like the most is this color corrector. I use the palette in medium because it truly corrects my under eye area and is long lasting. It does have such a a little bit of a grip that is very, very interesting. Now, I didn't brought it here with me, it's upstairs, but I want to mention this amazing jewelry cleaner. You just plug it in, put a little bit water, soap, and you let it run and it will clean your jewelry so well. I like to use the brush one too. It's a little brush. I will be linking it too, but to me it's so important to have all my jewelry pieces clean super well. I don't like to have jewelry that doesn't spark. They just need to spark. Otherwise, what we're gonna do, right? But yeah, that jewelry cleaner, it cleans your jewelry in no time. Anything from gold, silver, so good. Let's talk about hair brushes and Emmy J. Oh my gosh, this brand, I heard it first from my oldest daughter and I thought it was completely gimmicky. I have to tell you that not only I love their design, it's kind of like marbleized and, just pearlized. They are so good, so good. Like a couple days ago, one of my oldest daughter's friends was here visiting. She signed that person's brush and I do own it. So I showed it to her and I told her, you know what, that is great and I will still recommend it. But I also love this one because at least for my type of hair, I need to have a little bit of this detangling action aside to the board hair bristles. So it's really good. And this one too is amazing. I like to part my hair, tease it a little just to give it a little bit of juice. And this works incredible for that. And one tip that I give you is I get this at Amazon, so I will make sure to link it on my Amazon storefront. And it is kind of like a rake, to clean your brush and just get the debris out. It's so important to clean your hair brushes. But yeah, these are really good and I 100% recommend them. This is a product that I keep inside my shower, and although I don't use it every single day, every single time that I shower, I use it precisely every time that I'm gonna wash my hair, like the days that I wash my hair, which is about 3 to 4 times a week. It is by Tatcha. It is the rice polish in the gentle format. They have different formats. As you can tell, there's almost nothing in there. And it is a physical exfoliator. I use it not only on my face, but also my neck, décolleté, and wherever else it goes. It just helps a lot with residue of, like a skin, like that skin that stays in there, and it just clears you out so nicely, but without being aggressive. It's not your typical scrub. In fact, it's so soft. You just put a little bit on your hand. The way that I do it is because I'm already on the shower. I tap my hands on the towel and then I pour it in, and just with whatever water I already have on my face and my body, I just start scrubbing, and then it goes to my neck, décolleté, and so forth. And it just makes my skin baby bottom smooth. It's so good. It's so good, friends. And like I said, I use it perhaps, oh my gosh, the sticker of the bottom just went off. This is how you know that this is just on its last leg. You know how much I love my La Mer, the treatment lotion, and that has urea in it, which is an amazing hydrator for the skin. It gives hydration to your skin for hours and hours, so you can literally see the difference. Well, about 2 months ago, I received a PR package from Prickle, and again, this is not sponsored by anybody, but it is their Urea Advanced Relief 10% urea moisturizing milk. Oh my gosh, friends, it is a very nice, almost milky-like consistency, not too runny, of cream, no scent at all and whatsoever. Lightweight, non-sticky. You know when you take your showers and you want to put a cream and sometimes certain creams are so sticky? This one is not. It keeps my skin so nice and hydrated. It does have glycerin, which is amazing for moisture, and it does have niacinamide, but I don't break out with niacinamide. It's extremely gentle. You can use it on your face or on your body. I use it on my neck, décolleté area. For my face, I use something different. Not that I will not use this. I, in fact, have used it a couple times already. Absolutely love it, and the price is surreal for such a good product. I know Prickle is a brand of a dermatologist that has a YouTube channel too. I'm so sorry, I don't remember her name. I have her face right here on my head, on my mind. But this is an excellent product. Highly recommended if you want something extremely soft, non-comedogenic, something that is not going to be reactive, that doesn't have fragrances, that is light, and also that is at a good price point, but that has an ingredient that I absolutely love. And if I'm telling you, I use the La Mer treatment lotion and I will highly recommend this. I'm telling you, urea, you have to look for urea on your products if you suffer of dehydrated skin. Let me know which are the things that you have been loving during the month of September. Let's continue that conversation on the comment section down below. While you're at it, if you haven't done so yet, subscribe to the channel, ring that post notification bell so you don't miss any of the uploads. If you are on Instagram and TikTok, come and follow me there. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up, share with family and friends, and if you're not done watching my content, I will be leaving a couple other videos at the end of the screen that I'm sure you're gonna love. See you then. Bye bye.